all signs are pointing to this. While we're a couple days removed from the 21-point outing by Noa Essengue against the Indiana Pacers, Chicago Bulls and fans alike are ecstatic by the potential of this man, so much so we've seen two simple statistics that shows that he is going to be a force for the Chicago Bulls. Hello, my name is Isaias Jackson Jr. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Bulls Digest. We got to get into all the news and notes into Noa Essengue's Summer League play. Of course, started off a little shaky early on into the Summer League. Of course, in his last outing, looked really well, and we're going to get into all that and the news and notes. But first, 67.5% of you guys are not subscribed. 32.5% of you guys are. We appreciate you guys on both sides. Look, the clouds are coming in. There's dark clouds coming my way. I mean, even at work, we lost power. The lights were flickering on and off. Walls oozing green slime. Like, it was nasty. It was nasty. So if you want to avoid all that, I'm telling you, that subscribe button is a good luck charm. If you want to avoid that, subscribe, like, and share. And thank you guys so much for tuning into Bulls Digest. Two simple statistics foreshadow Bulls rookie Noa Essengue's all-star potential. And of course, as I mentioned before, the first Summer League game just really atrocious against the Toronto Raptors. We talked about there was even one play he brought the ball up the court, and literally within seconds he just got ripped up. It was like, okay, well, we know our 12th overall pick don't have handles. You know, our 12th overall pick just don't have handles at all. He can't pretty much control the basketball. Now, of course, that was just one game. Of course, he's looked much sharper, as it's gone on, and we're going to just jump right in and all of that. Granted, it's extraordinarily difficult to do at the moment, but look past the viral meme and you'll see a pair of digits that could unlock Noa Essengue's all-star potential. 3 and 8. As in the Chicago Bulls rookie's 3 and 8 shooting performance from three-point range in the team's Summer League win over the Indiana Pacers. Of course, something that was huge. We talked about, of course, him not being the absolute greatest three-point shooter, but if he can get a little bit more consistent at it in his game, oh man, pretty much the sky is the limit for Noa Essengue. Of course, Essengue's name will most likely forever be linked with the image of him being dunked on by Johnny Furphy. No matter which way you slice it, it's an embarrassing photo. Hold on, yep, I knew I still had it. I knew I still had it somewhere. And I'm not trying to rub it in the man's face. I actually saw a comment on YouTube. Matter of fact, let me not disrespect the man that actually made the comment, because I do think it was right on the money. I do think it was spot on as well in the last video. Nobody wants to hear Kevin Hart, but it says this is coming from Daniel Wagner 3295. The humble will be exalted, and the exalted will be humbled. Rookie education in games that don't count. And yes, that's right on the money. Of course, if you want to make a mistake, this is where you want to make it at. Now, in regular season, you're not going to jump. You're not going to jump. You're not going to get in harm's way. Or you might anticipate it a little bit more, and you might play that possession a little bit differently. And it might turn out the result might be a little bit different than what we've seen right here. But of course, as we mentioned, this is a rookie mistake. That's a mistake you want to make in Summer League, and something that you would definitely want to clean up as the season goes on. But this is something that he's going to shake off. The photo, however, that's going to be forever. We're forever going to see Noa Essengue's face looking like that. Zoomed in, cropped out. That's the meme for the summer. I'm sorry. But it's something that he'll learn to get past, and it looks like he's taking it on the chin as well. It looks like nothing's really been bothering the man at all. There's an increasing optimism for Chicago Bulls rookie Noa Essengue. Other rookies have been more impressive in the 2025 Summer League. Of course, Joanne Behringer, who went 17th overall to the Minnesota Timberwolves, had a Summer League record of 7 blocks in his debut. The Portland Trailblazers made waves, of course, when they selected Chinese center Yang Hansen, number 16. He's already drawn comparisons to Nikola Vucevic, but careers aren't made in July. Who's a Denzel Valentine fan here? It's like, who is a Denzel Valentine fan here? I'm sorry. That hurt. Like, that absolutely hurt. You can have an amazing Summer League performance. As soon as you get to the regular season, plans change, things change. So Essengue struggled mightily in his first game, racking up more turnovers than points, 7 turnovers, and had 5 points in the game. He looked uncertain and passive, attempted only 10 shots with 2 free throws in more than 24 minutes, but he's shown steady improvement since. Yeah, he's going to become more aggressive, and you've seen that a whole lot more, especially in the Indiana Pacers game. We saw more drives to the basket. We saw him go one-on-one in more of his attempts, play a little bit of ISO ball when need be. and he got to the basket a little bit more. When I thought he was allergic to the rim in that Toronto Raptors game in terms of just grabbing some boards, grabbing some rebounds. It just seemed like the Chicago Bulls were really timid, at least early on in the summer league, just in the rebounding aspect of it. Now, Noa Essengue, man, he's going to shape up to be absolutely phenomenal. Now, of course, this is early predictions, but you see it right there. You can see it right in front of you, as he's playing. Now, I won't necessarily give him the unicorn, narrative. I won't throw the unicorn tag on him. I feel like a lot of times give that to a lot of people. I love me some Bol, but didn't turn out the way we expect. But Noa Essengue, he does put in the work. Not to call anybody lazy, but he does put in the work. You do see the effort on the floor, and he is going to be tremendous. And, of course, on the defensive side, there's nothing but 110% effort, from Noa Essengue. So that's also the fun part in this game as well. In his second Summer League contest, the 18-year-old notched a double-double with 12 points and 10 rebounds in less than 19 minutes. Then he broke out against the Pacers, scoring 21 points and only turning the ball over once. And so he was 7 of 14 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. But most importantly, he was aggressive, hunting his shot from the opening tip. And we saw more mid-range shots as well. Essengue scored 11 of his 21 in the first quarter as well. He hit 4 of his 6 shots from the field, including a silky fadeaway from the elbow on the Bulls' opening possession. He got to the line and knocked down both of his free throws. He connected 1 of 2 attempts behind the arc and stayed aggressive. Essengue even shot 2 threes in each quarter, burying 1 in all in the second period. So you got to give the man's credit. In the beginning, at least in that Toronto Raptors game, a bit timid, a bit conservative, not really wanting to go on attack mode early on. Indiana Pacers game comes through. You saw it a little bit in the Sacramento Kings game, but you're looking at this Indiana Pacers game where he does rack up the 21 points, and he is more efficient on that side. You see confidence, build up in him as the game goes on, which is fun to watch, of course. His NBA Draft.net scouting report states, in part, to elevate his long-term ceiling, continued development of his outside shot and overall offensive confidence will be critical. Well, Essengue put up 8 threes and shot 37% against the Indiana Pacers. So that's looking good in itself. That's all it is, just confidence, having confidence in your shot, and also knowing that you have the green light. Knowing that you have some superstars around you. Now, this is the summer league, but let's get into the regular season a little bit. Yes, you have Kobe White, who's already trigger happy, to say the least. Montes Buzelis, you already know how efficient he can be. You have guys there, especially, and then of course throw in Josh Giddey as well. When on a great day, they could shoot efficiently. And of course when they're playing together as a team, when the ball is being passed around, when you're sharing sugar, man, it is looking absolutely phenomenal. And now it's just a pick your poison. Who's going to get this shot and who's going to be the wide open man to take that? And so when you're looking at Noa Essengue, because a lot of times, as the Chicago Bulls, of course, grow in experience, you're going to see attention being drawn. You already see Kobe White and the attention that he's getting drawn on the offensive side. When the ball is in his hands, you already know. And he talked about it throughout the season. He never thought he would be the guy that the opposing team would have to write on the scouting report of. He's the top of the list. He never thought he would be that guy. And yet that's what it is. It's coming with the territory of him, of course, not only being trigger happy, but also being more efficient as his career went on. Now, Noa Essengue, of course, just like Montes Buzelis, I do think we're going to give a little bit of rope. But Montes Buzelis, there wasn't really a whole lot that he necessarily struggled with too much, to the extent of where we needed him absolutely bench and he had to sit there and, let him ride the bench a little bit more. Let's have Patrick Williams in there and let's see what he could do off the bench. Yes, we saw that already. Patrick Williams wasn't performing. Montes Buzelis was. So we never really got that slump, from Montes Buzelis, or even never had a question mark, on Montes Buzelis to be put in that role. Now, for Noa Essengue, of course, there's a lot that he's going to have to work with, of course, in regular season. And I can't wait to see what we have here. Now, of course, we still have to wait for the Nikola Vucevic trade. I do think that is going to happen still, of course, even after Nikola Vucevic's comments. So we definitely have to wait to see how that's fared out as well. Of course, Continuing on with the article, it's one summer league game, but the Bulls drafted the French teenager because of his combination of length, smooth athleticism, defensive versatility, and ability to get to the rim. It was clear that Essengue would be a developmental project and that his three-point stroke would be his swing. If he could shoot 37.5% and make the team respect his outside shot, his potential vaults from a valuable defender to a 3-and-D all-star, and that's true. His potential vaults from a valuable defender to a 3-and-D all-star. And you've seen that as well. He even went coast to coast in the Indiana Pacers game, had an amazing finger roll. You know, you can see that he can do it all when need be. It's just a matter of putting it all together. And now putting it all together also includes the three-point shot. Once he develops a consistent three-point shot, it's definitely all over, and we have something to work with here in the Chicago Bulls. Then it's just a matter of keeping the guys together, because let's be honest, like the GOATs, you know, of our generation are leaving now. You know, the Kevin Durant's, the Steph Curry's, the LeBron James. So as the Chicago Bulls, you know, as we continue to see the youth and the potential of the team grow, you know, of course, the superstar with the dominant superstars of the league are finally getting out and going away. This is going to be a whole new league when the Chicago Bulls finally get the team formed together. And honestly, I can't wait to see what the Chicago Bulls have in store, and I can't wait to see the potential that Noa Essengue brings to the Chicago Bulls this season. But what do you think? Do you think we're putting too much on this man already? Do you think that we should just wait and hold on for our opinions until we get to regular season and see what this man has in store? Or are you 100% sold on Noa Essengue? Leave your comments down below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.